I'm Guy Fieri and we're rolling out, looking for America's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. On this episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, we're here in Toddville, New York, visiting Paisano's Bistro and Brews. This place is famous for its derivatives and integrals. It used to be a water park, but since Hurricane Sandy slammed the coast, our head chef, Wee Chu, has turned it into a local legend. Let's take a look inside. Oh, and this is Wee Chu and EK the crew I've heard so much about. Nice to finally meet you fellas. So I've been speaking to some locals in the area and they say that this Paisano's Bistro and Brews is the place to be. Can you tell me a little bit about the operation you're running over here?
Well, the difference between our restaurant and most restaurants is the fact that we are very math-based, which might sound weird for a restaurant, but it makes the recipe so much better, way more precise. There's no margin for error at all. That's what makes us really special.
This is where all the magic goes down?
This is where all the magic happens. We have a small restaurant, 10-seat table, so we only need a small saute station. We got our oven down there.
Nice.
And it's pretty much everything you can need.
Alright, well all I can say is, let's get to cooking. Alright, we're here at Paisano's head chef Wee Chu and his crew, Ethan K, and they're going to show us how to make one of their signature dishes, the cashew crusted salmon.
I'm going to let EK take this one over. This is a specialty. Enjoy.
Alright, let's see this recipe, EK.
Back in Brooklyn, we made this cashew crusted salmon every single day. First, we need to find the derivative of 6x squared minus 2 over 3x.
This looks difficult. How are you going to approach this particular recipe?
We answer these questions by doing the Brooklyn quotient rule.
The Brooklyn quotient rule.
Low times D high. Okay? Minus. Alright, you good? High. D low. Don't forget this. I see some kids, they think they can copy my cashew crusted salmon. They don't forget this.
Oh,
low squared.
And it's the low squared that really gives this dish its particular flavor and its zestiness. So continue, please.
What's the low? The low is 3x, okay? What's the D high?
D high, I'm going to say that's going to be 12x.
Yep.
That's all you need.
That's using our exponent rules, alright?
Fantastic.
Now, minus. High, I can already smell this dish coming together, alright? Minus high, what's high?
6x squared minus 2. Fantastic.
What's D low?
3.
Of course, you already know your things.
It's the simplicity of this dish that really makes it stand out.
And some people forget this. Parentheses low squared. Some people could be like 3x squared. No. On the streets of Brooklyn, parentheses. So let's go on. We can break this down with a little arrow like we do in Brooklyn.
That looks like a smiley face.
It's also a smiley face, but we don't smile in Brooklyn.
No smiling. Good.
What's 3x times 12x? Obviously 36x squared, alright?
Excellent.
Minus, we can expand this like we do in Brooklyn. Minus 18x squared. We have a negative 2, which can become a positive 2, so plus 6. Alright? Over 9x squared. Now, we can combine these things, and we get 18x squared plus 6 over 9x squared. Now, what else can we do with this?
Now, this is an interesting point in the recipe because I've been to a lot of restaurants all over America where they're going to leave it like that, all right? They're going to leave this whole hearty dish right here. But what makes Paisano's classy and adds that particular element is we're going to try and slim this down right here. We're going to bring it down so that we have a perfect portion we can deliver to any man, woman, or child, and they can just gulp it right up. Now, give it to me, EK.
It's called a salmon reduction, all right? I think we can take a 3 out.
Take a 3 out.
Now, we got 6x squared plus 2 over 3 times 3x squared.
Okay, cross those 3's out right there.
Bada bing, bada boom. Now let me hand it off to my head chef.
He's an interesting character, but man, can he cook. Alright guys, so now we're just gonna let this baste for a little bit.
Baste it.
Alright, we're just gonna baste it.
Basting it lets it condense.
Ooh, and the trick to basting it, let me show you guys. You're just gonna take an egg, right? Egg lands best. Egg lands best. And you're just gonna give it a little 1-2. Crack it. Right on top. That's what makes it special, okay? That's what makes it special. And then let it base for 2 hours.
All right, we'll be back in 2 hours. All right, here we have two of Paisano's guests. You guys from around here?
No, I'm not from here. I'm from Cairo, Egypt. I just came here after a hike in the pyramids.
Oh, wow. Yeah, hiking.
I lived here all my life, 25 years, coming here every day.
That's awesome, man. What's your go-to order?
I always go for the hot dog. It's an absolute classic. It's what they're known for.
Yeah, that is what they are famous for. All right, so it's been 2 hours. Let's take a trip right back into the kitchen. How's it going, Big Weech? So as you can see, our cashew-crusted salmon is all finished. That egg we poured on there before has condensed into a solid ball of flavor right here. So let's take a taste out of this. I've been waiting to try it all day. You gotta listen to that crunch. Listen. If you were here, you could smell it. That crunch and this powerful, jam-packed with flavor. It's just an excellent complement of a dish. Fantastic. Right in here we have just a solid mass of flavor. So let's take a little taste out of right next to that flavor oozing off of that egg. Excellent. Takes me right back to Grandma's kitchen when I was little. This is bonkers, man. Absolutely bonkers, man. Oh, EK's back. How's it going, EK?
It's going all right. How you doing?
You made an excellent dish. You made an excellent dish over here, my man.
Fantastic job.
I think I should go take a sample.
Yeah.
Just get right on that.
So he's going right for that jam-packed flavor center. Excellent. He just takes a wild bite out of that. That's what makes this dish
That was
so
freaking
clean.
good.
This is my secret recipe to creating the best hot dog that one could possibly eat. So the equation we are solving today is the integral from 0 to 2 of 4x cubed plus 1 over 3x minus 1 over x dx, of course. Alright, so now we're going to solve it. We're going to write it out so everything looks nice. Here we are, guys. Alright, so we're going to go 0 to 2.
What I love about this integral is just the smoky texture that comes from this particular part of the integral. 1 over x to the third is probably the most flavorful and most genuine aspect you can ever add in a recipe. That's what gives these hot dogs their most flavorful aspect.
Alright, so now that we rewrote it, we are going to solve. So now to solve an integral, you are going to progress as so. You are going to take this, add 1 to it. So this is going to be 4x to the 4th over 4.
Now, why are you dividing by here, by 4
Now,
here?
we're going to take
Big
the 4
Weech?
down. We're going to take the 4 down because 3 plus 1, get take to the bottom to make sure that when you return it back to its original state, it is the same. There's no inconsistencies. Alright, now
Very
this here,
smart.
you want to do this part, guy? This is what really changes it up.
Teach me. Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah, I think you have it in you.
I'm honored right here. So if we're following the same formula that Big Weech over here already started us off, we're gonna add 2 to this add 1 to this -3 right here. So keep this positive sign, and then we're gonna have x to the -2 over -2.
This is the part that gets everyone confused.
Oh, boy.
You wanna know why? When you do a -1 over x, right? Most people would try to bring it to the top, try to do it, have -x1, but then you realize, oh no, this is the allspice of the hot dog. This is a minus ln x.
Oh, and now you're really getting right here. You get to see why Paisano's is just a cut above the rest here, alright? We're starting to use LNs right now.
We're gonna do
Oh,
antiderivative sign.
Changing
this
it
is
up.
where it's going. Alright, here we are, guys. That is from same bounds as before. Now we are going to solve. Since we do not use calculators here, I'm firmly against it. We're going to use ln2 as a ln2. We don't need to solve it out. That's too long of a decimal. The
crazy.
consistency for a hot
Crazy.
dog has to be variable. Creates a different hot dog every time. That's what makes us special. 4 times 2 to the 4th over 4 plus 2 to the -2 over -2 minus ln of 2.
and if you notice, these 4's cancel right there. So we can just have that 16 right there.
That's why you're the master. Here we are, guys. We're gonna get rid of this. And notice the 0 here. I don't know why we're not using that 0, because across the board it's gonna be 0, except
For ln of 0.
for ln of 0.
That's a
But when we
game
get there, we'll
changer.
get there. All right, here we are, guys. So 2 to the 4th is 16. Plus 2 to the -2 over -2.
Oh,
Now
boy.
this is a difficult one.
That's tough. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen here.
So we're gonna leave a 1 up here, just for old time's sake. And so the -2 does not change, right? And now we're just gonna do 2 to the 2 down here, right? So that's 4.
All right. Times -2 is -8.
There we are, guys.
Minus
Minus
ln of 2.
ln of 2. And now, since when you would write it out, you would plug in zeros, and you'd have to do a minus, so you have to switch all the signs. It's a plus ln of x. It's minus ln of x plus ln of x. So we're going to do plus ln of 0. Now, if you do the honors, throw a little salt pepper on it, just so that
it would be my pleasure.
All right. Now, you got to throw the salt on, because that's how you have to do it.
But the pepper is much more
Pepper's a gentle.
Much more of a gentle sprinkle here. See that?
All right. All right. Now we're going to throw it in the oven, and we're going to do this for 3 hours.
And that is the hot dog recipe that you can only find here at Paisanos in Toddville, New York. Now let's let that rest for 3 hours, and then we'll get a little taste.
Dude, this hot dog is so buttery. It's more gnarly than hitting a 10-footer. Wow.
Every time I'm in town, I get this place up. It's got the best dogs around.
All right. So it's been 3 hours. Now we're going to get it out of the oven.
That smells good. You smell that? Wow.
All right. There we are, guys. That's the hot dog everyone's been talking about.
I just can't wait to get a bite of this stuff. That smoky texture just takes me to Flavor Town right off the bat. Wow. You are an elegant chef, my man.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for experiencing my
pleasure.
taste buds. That's it for this episode, but don't worry, there's plenty more joints all across America. I'll be looking for you next week on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.